All right, folks, welcome to another exciting episode of Shipwrecked with Pirate Stu.
Hi, I'm Princess Morgan.
And you wanted to talk about vacations.
Yes, I'm real excited. I have one coming up.
Okay, where are you going?
Going to Smoky Mountains.
The Smoky Mountains. Yeah. So if that sounds like a cool place, I would like to go to the Smoky Mountains because I could bring my banjo and maybe learn a few things.
Oh, yeah. That would be pretty awesome. So what has been your favorite vacation?
I haven't taken a whole lot of vacations, but the Grand Canyon's pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Pretty cool place to go see. Probably my favorite place to go is the Big Bend area of Texas. It's kind of like the Grand Canyon, but you travel it from the bottom instead of from the top. They're towering places there along River Road between Lajitas and Studi Butte and Presidio and that whole area there is pretty cool. So
yeah, we have different ideas of what's cool.
I like outdoorsy sort of stuff.
I like outdoorsy too, but I like Alaska was really awesome.
Yeah, well, because there's bears.
Well, not just because of the bears. I think that the mountains and all of that fresh air and the glaciers and the animals and
it's too cold though.
The wilderness.
You just said mountains and glaciers and all that sort of stuff's cold.
We went in the summertime. It really wasn't cold. Yeah. Actually, when we first got there, it was hot. The first day, and most places don't have air conditioning, so I was kind of upset because my room was kind of warm, but it was fine after that.
So what's the purpose of a vacation? Is it to go do and experience new things, or is it to relax? Because some people want to be...
Yeah, so it's really funny because I am not an organizer. I am not a... I like to sit back and just let things flow, but on my vacations... I have itineraries and I have things planned from early in the morning till late at night because I'm not going to waste any of that time. I want to see everything and do as much as possible. And so
you will wear yourself out on a vacation.
I have to come back home to rest up.
Yeah.
Now, cruises are pretty nice because you get a good mix of both. You can relax.
Yeah, because there's probably nothing to do while you're on a boat traveling from one place to the next place.
Oh, no. We like to play the trivia. We get really excited about those stupid little medals that you win and the trophies. And, yeah.
I've never been on a cruise.
They're awesome.
I hear they serve alcohol, so I'd probably be okay.
You would probably have fun.
So actually, I talked to a lady at the, I do this Memphis ukulele flash mob thing on Tuesday nights where 100 people get together in a room and they all play the same song on the ukulele. It's insane. So the last Tuesday that I was there was a lady who had just come back from the cruise. It was her first time with the ukulele group, and the reason that she was there was because she took ukulele lessons on the cruise ship. It was a cruise to Hawaii, and then when she got to Hawaii, she of course bought the ukulele, did the lessons thing. So I guess there's stuff to do on cruise ships.
There are. You can learn to cook. They have auctions, lots of shopping, especially if you like jewelry. I mean, it depends on what area. Like if you go down to the Caribbean, there's lots of jewelry and stuff. That's a big thing there. You can sit out in the sun. You can swim. They have entertainment shows, lots of games, lots of all kinds of just.
So when it comes to vacations, I can understand like if you're going somewhere and you're going to do stuff that you need to buy tickets for, you got to plan it all out and stuff. But then there's the other thing of, hey, I'm just going to go somewhere and I'm just going to take it easy and do whatever comes up. I'm going to wander around, find a restaurant to eat at. I'm going to wander around, find some shops to shop at. I'm going to just ask people what I should go do whatever it is they say, and just relax.
Yeah.
To me, that would be a much better vacation than going somewhere and having every minute of your day planned out and having to do it. Because then it's like an obligation. It's like, man, I got all this stuff I got to do. It would be stressful.
Well, I don't plan it so that it's like back to back. Now, in Alaska, it was really crazy because a lot of the stuff would start like really early in the morning. And so, but it's daylight there. And so we would kind of have these long days. But there was lots of time in between. And we were driving from place to place, so we would sit in the car and relax. But, I mean, I don't plan us from...
Well, see, so, like, my more favorite vacations have been ones where I go somewhere, I get a hotel room, you go out, you like maybe hit a local watering hole or something like that, and if there's a bunch of cool people in there and you're having fun, you're having conversations and stuff, you may stay there forever. But if you go in there and the place is dead, yeah, it's like you have one drink and it's like, okay, let's get out of here, let's go someplace else. You find another place that's kind of cool to hang out, and you just like, okay, we'll stay here tonight instead of somewhere else. It's just you just go wherever it is that the stuff is going on and that you're having fun, and just let it go from there.
Yeah, that's not how I vacation. I pick places that have really cool, so we've gone to Branson. We really like going to Branson. It has lots of shows and kind of museums and fun.
So what about like going to places like overseas? Because see, like I'd like to go to like Australia or China or lots of different places too.
Yeah, so that would be some big planning.
If I went to Rome, I would obviously want to go see all the main things in Rome. Yes. So I can see, like, having an itinerary and making sure you see all this, because it's like you go a long ways. It's like I don't want to go there and then not see something that everybody would want to see. But like if I went to like Ireland, I'd be like, I just want to find like the cool pubs and eat cool food and drink cool beer and hang out with cool people and maybe play some cool music on the ukulele or something with some people.
I would want to go to all the castles. I would be looking at the castles, like the historic spots. I'd like to go to some of the cemeteries there. I don't know what else in Ireland, but I would like to go to Ireland.
Yeah, I think it would depend on where I go. I mean, if I went to China, it'd be like stupid not to go see like the Great Wall or something, right?
Yeah.
There's just mandatory things you'd have to do. But like if I went to Australia, it'd be like, okay, well, I want to find out where they're cooking some shrimp on the Barbie and drinking some beer, right?
So I do a whole lot of research. I spent hours. Like,
I just look at the pictures.
What are the best things to do? What are the best things to eat? What must you see when you go to these areas? And then how far are all these places apart? And can we see all of them within? How much time do we have to spend there? Where are the best hotels? What kind of, cabins?
So here's another question. Do you do the same sort of thing in the town you live in? Okay. So like we're in Memphis, right? so there's lots of stuff to do. People travel from all over to come to Memphis to do stuff. Do you do the same research and take advantage of all the sites and things there are to see in the town you live in as much as you do other places?
No, but maybe over a long period of time. I mean, we have gone to a lot. Like, we've been to Graceland.
Right.
Been to Graceland
I have not.
several times. And they've really got a lot going on there. Now they have this concert play, so they have lots of concerts and shows and stuff going on there. They're making another movie there, so they're looking for people to help with the movie. That's pretty cool. You might be interested in that.
Peabody? Have you been to the Peabody?
We've been to the Peabody. We've been to a lot of the places here.
The duck walk thing.
We've seen the duck walk thing.
What about the pyramid? The Bass Pro
to the pyramid.
I have not been to the pyramid.
Everybody's always scared to go up in the top. I like going up in the top. I really want to eat up there. I haven't eaten up there yet. We have we've done like the horse carriage rides. We've been to the Orpheum several times. So there is a really cool...
but do you do the research to find out where are the cool places to go in Memphis? Or you just wait for somebody to tell you?
Well, like one time we were going to go someplace and we got there and it was closed. So I'm like, well, what can we do near here? And we found there's this house that not very far from the pyramid. It's kind of at that point in time, I don't know if it's changed because of the pyramid. It wasn't a really great area, but it was a house that was owned and back before the Civil War, and it was part of the Underground Railroad for slaves.
Okay.
And it was really amazing. Lots of history. So it was just kind of a fluke that we found it, but it was because we were just looking for something to do. I don't remember the name of it. A little house, but you got to go down and sit in this little cellar under the house where the slaves would hide. And the owner, had slaves so that people wouldn't know that he acted like he was for slavery, so people wouldn't know what he was doing or suspect him of doing that and stuff. And so sometimes there would be people that would come to his house, and those slaves would have like little kids, and they'd have to sit down there and be really quiet. And I always pretty quiet. And it was pretty eye-opening experience. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I used to live in San Antonio, and everybody that goes to San Antonio has to go see the San Antonio Riverwalk, right?
Yes.
We hated when the company came into town because we'd have to go down to the San Antonio Riverwalk because that's what everybody wanted to do. Well, locals, they don't go to the San Antonio Riverwalk. That's a tourist thing, right?
Right.
You don't get real San Antonio Tex-Mex food on the Riverwalk, right? You get these big chains, these restaurant chains. You get their version of what they think Mexican food should be. The real culture was not on the Riverwalk. What the Riverwalk was a corporate idea of what tourists wanted to see when they came to San Antonio. So real native San Antonians didn't go to the Riverwalk, but everybody that would visit you, family and stuff would come. They want to go down to the Riverwalk, right? And we'd just be like, okay, gotta go to the Riverwalk one more time. We hated it.
Well,
okay,
that's probably
are there places
here.
Like that? Graceland
Beale
is like
Street.
that here.
So we lived in New Orleans.
I've been to Beale Street, not like during the night when it's like maybe all crazy and stuff, but I've been down there a couple times. It's kind of again, cool touristy sort of place. You go there, you buy your little trinket souvenir, whatever. But yeah, it's probably
we
not.
like some of the shops.
Yeah,
there's a shop on there that sells really cool autographed sports stuff.
Yeah, like Wilson.
Yeah, like Wilson here.
Like Wilson.
Here's Wilson, our guest star.
Has he been sold? Did you buy him on Beale Street?
No, actually, we got this. My father-in-law worked at Oklahoma State University in the athletic department, and he got all kinds of autographed cool stuff.
All right. So Beale Street would be a touristy place in Memphis that's not necessarily representative as the rest of Memphis. Do local Memphians, do they go to Beale Street?
Do. Yes, they do.
Okay, because it's a party place, right?
It's the party place.
So now I will tell you, like,
sporting event.
So there's like 6th Street in Austin, right? Which is kind of a tourist trap, but local Austonians also go there because it's a good party place. So, but the Riverwalk's not really that great of a party place. It's a little different.
It's more about restaurants and.
Well, they do have some places that are kind of cool. They got like an Irish bar pub there that some of the locals will go to. But yeah, at any rate. So vacations are to me. I'm going to vote relaxing versus.
I say
like seeing a lot of stuff.
I want to see and do a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't want to go someplace and not get to experience and do everything. I don't want to sit around and waste a lot of time.
And I want to sit around and waste a lot of time.
So when I went to Alaska last summer, we stayed in a cabin. And we, when I booked it, I didn't realize it because I saw like the shower in the cabin, but it didn't have a toilet in the cabin. It had an outhouse.
All right.
I realized that many months before we went, but I'd already booked it, so I was like,
was it during the winter or the summer?
No, it was during the summer. But
that could be worse.
Kind of cool, but so I asked my husband if he had a problem with that, and we were staying there a couple days. He was like, "No, that'd be kind of cool." It was kind of cool. I mean, your experience, because because the permafrost, the underground plumbing is a big issue. But the weirdest thing about this outhouse was it had a screen door. So not only are you in an outhouse, but you can see out of the outhouse.
And the bears can see in.
Well, so there were no bears in this area. It was close to Fairbanks. It was like in a wilderness area, and there were houses, but there was a lot of land around our little cabin. So kind of like it wasn't even as far out of Memphis as we are, but there was a lot of land where nobody could see us. You could see squirrels, but it was pretty weird to have a screen outhouse. But it was part of the experience.
Yeah, because you're sitting there and the squirrel's looking at you then.
Yeah, but it was part of the experience, and I liked that.
And the squirrel would be sitting there going, they're nuts.
I like nuts. They probably were. I was trying to get pictures of them all the time. That's really great.
Through the screen
pictures. Door? No, not through the screen door. I don't think so.
So you're sitting there cracking the screen door open to take pictures of the squirrels?
I don't think so. But it was a cool little cabin, and it was really cool experience. We went to the Arctic. We got to dig down in the ground and actually feel the permafrost.
Oh, so you were destroying the permafrost?
Well, no, you can just put it all back down there. You're not destroying it; it's frozen ground. But you could. I mean, it was probably.
Well, not after you dig it up.
It was probably in the high 40s, maybe even in the 50s. In the air. But when you dug, I mean, just like that far down into the ground was frozen solid, and you could really feel it, and it was like spongy material.
So this sounds like a wonderful vacation where I get to go somewhere, grab a shovel, dig up some dirt in the frozen ground.
You should see some of the place. So in the Arctic, we spent the night in the Arctic at this place in Coalfoot that was like a bunch of. There's a really funny story. Sometime I might tell you about this place, but trailers put together, and two single beds, and one of those old school chairs, wooden backed school chairs is in there. Did have a bathroom.
This was your hotel?
This was the place to stay in Coalfoot. It's really a truck stop for the people that are going all the way up to what's that most northern
Nome
part of the Nome is the other part. There's a big oil well where the Alaskan pipeline starts, and so truckers.
Now see, somewhere right now, somebody who's watching this video, and they're screaming the answer at the video, going, "You idiot!"
Yeah. Sorry, I should know that, but I can't think of what it is right now. But so truckers mostly come to this place and stop, but it's kind of been a.
What was the topic of vacations?
So we are really talking about vacations. I went on a vacation to Alaska, which is probably the highlight of my life. I love that vacation. But I do love
until you get to get eaten by a bear.
I got to see bears. Got to see cool bears, but not.
I'm not going to let this whole you're going to die and will your body not to medicine,
but to bears.
But to bears.
I know. I'm going to find a way. Well, people are putting their bodies in trees to grow into trees.
Yeah,
Why can't
they put you in a big burlap sack and bury you underneath the ground with an acorn on top of your head, so that you can turn into an oak tree, right? They have that.
I don't want that. I want my body. I mean, I believe that I will be in heaven, but I would like my body to be part of a bear.
now there's a whole nother episode. We can talk about what your heaven would look like compared to what my heaven would look like. They might be different. Anyway, that'd be a whole nother episode.
Your heaven might have a lot of flames.
Oh.
Mine will have rainbows.
Bye, rainbows. Rainbows and bears.
Unless God cares which hand you wave with.
Bye.
Bye.